Thanks very much, and it's great to be back in Mount Gambier again. I think this is about my fifth or sixth visit in the last 18 months, 2 years. I'd just also like to re-endorse what Mayor Lee has said. It's about working together, and if we don't work together, we're not going to be able to achieve anything at all in this, not only Mount Gambier in the region of the southeast, but anywhere in regional South Australia. To Andrew Lee, the Mayor of Mount Gambier, the other mayors here, it's great to see. And as you indicated a bit earlier, you have 4 ministers here today. 2 of those ministers are on their plane coming in because Rex were an hour late out of Adelaide, but they will be here around about 11:30. Leon Bignell has a dairy forum on currently at the moment, and Leon will be here as soon as he can. But I think it's a great opportunity for you, a community, and for a region to have 4 members of Parliament in the one room at the one time to be able to be here to listen to the great stories that's going to happen. Back in March 2014, the Premier committed to holding annual regional summits in conjunction with the state's 3 universities as part of the state government's Charter for Stronger Regional Policy. The inaugural summit was held in Whyalla that year in 2015, and I'm very pleased to be here in Mount Gambier to welcome you to our second event, supported by, as I say, the 3 other Cabinet Ministers that will be here during the phase of today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very passionate about regional South Australia. I live in regional South Australia, always have, and I'm a great advocate of trying to get stuff out there for our regions. I have to spend a lot of my time in the regions as the Minister of Regional Development. I live in Port Pirie. I have a family. I have 14 grandchildren between my partner and I, to devote that time out there. But when I go to Adelaide, I have to be in there. But I cannot wait, quite frankly, to get back out into the regions to enjoy the hospitality and the great opportunities out there. We're all aware of how the regions make such an important contribution in determining the strength of our economy, not only in each of the regions, but in the whole of the state. Regional South Australia bats well above its weight, contributing about $25 billion. It's $25 billion to the state's economy, with just 29% of the population. As I travel around the state, and I travel around constantly all over South Australia, I constantly hear about the positive stories happening in our regions through strong local innovation, success partnerships, and original thinking. As Mayor Andrew indicated, we, that's all of us, have to look in different ways, look to the future. Both country and agency chief executives meet regularly in regional South Australia. It's part of the Stronger Regions focus from the Premier and back in March 2014. All the chief executives of each government agency have to meet in the regions 3 times a year. We have 3 country cabinets in the regions every year, and they'll be going around in different locations. In those there, one of the big firms indicated to me some time ago, he was at one down in this region here, where the CEOs were in the one room, and he said that he deals with every state in Australia. It was the only time that he had every chief executive of each government agency in the one room at the one time. So that is the commitment that we have to the regions to ensure we're on a journey. We're only starting, but we need to start somewhere. I'm a great believer in meeting people face to face. That's why I think I do about 140,000 kilometres a year. I hear their stories. I am very privileged to be able to be part of their story. I'm very privileged to be able to be taken into their confidence on many occasions, to hear their fears, but they also want to talk, and they also want to be able to listen, for somebody to listen to them and participate with them and partner with them. They want to actually, from those meetings often springs innovative projects and collaboration. And some of the collaborations you'll hear today from those stories that have already happened. As I said earlier, our regions are critical to our state's success. Part of keeping our regional communities strong is helping young people to stay in our regions. And that's why, out of my Regional Development Fund, I committed $2 million available to regional councils, counselling groups, to take on 57 young trainees aged between 17 to 25 who were unemployed or didn't have a full-time job. In Mount Gambier here, we have 2 trainees, Ashley Lavia, who is undertaking a Certificate 3 in Business, and Ebony Ballantyne with a Certificate 3 in Information and Cultural Services. I had the opportunity to meet not only these people here, but across regional South Australia. It may only be 2 in each community, but those people are so appreciative of being able to get a job in their own location, and it's for 2 years. It's a 2-year traineeship, and I thank the LGA for facilitating that for me. But it's also about, I thank the councils because they're partnering with the state government, regional development, to be able to achieve those there. We also recognise the need to invest in innovative infrastructure, which is why this government increased the Regional Development Fund from $1.6 million per annum to $15 million per annum. In 2014-15, there was not only the $15 million, but there was also a $10 million job accelerator fund. So over the 4 years, there's plenty of money there. We have to make every opportunity count. Already the Regional Development Fund in the last 2 years has awarded grants totalling 61 projects across regional South Australia that are contributing $933 million to the state's economy and creating 2,265 regional jobs in 2015-16 alone. Independent economic modelling shows that over the life of those 61 funded projects, they will contribute $5.6 billion to our economy and create over 14,389 jobs over the life of those projects. These are significant numbers, and they will continue to grow with further investment through the fund. But no matter how much the fund puts in, it's the private industries, it's the private consortiums out there, and I'm looking at quite a few of them out there today, and I'm not going to name them, but you'll see some of those speakers today. They put their own money into this with a small contribution and partnershiping from the state government. And it's about working together. Here in the Limestone Coast, the first 2 rounds of the Regional Development Fund awarded $4.9 million in grants, creating 750 jobs and contributing $279 million to the economy. The Limestone Coast is such a strong performer in the state's economy, and I'm always impressed with the diversity of enterprises that make their home here, with so many taking a novel approach to pursue new opportunities. A great example, as the Mayor has indicated, is the James Morrison Academy of Music, which I was very proud, and I tell this story. I'd only been in the job 3 or 4 weeks. I came to Mount Gambier, and then I was asked to see a certain gentleman who's involved with the Jazz Academy, the Generations in Jazz. And I thought, this is 7:30, I'm hungry. He was the owner of the motel, but I was hungry, and I thought, yeah, I'll see him later on, but he wanted to see me there and then. And he talked about establishing the James Morrison Academy. Now, I thought, yes, I can understand, I hear this. But from that discussion and the journey, created $500,000 opportunity to working with the council, working with the industry, James Morrison, and we have the James Morrison Academy, Jazz Academy here, which is showcasing the best opportunity, best jazz musicians in the world to come to Mount Gambier. And it's an absolute small little thing like that. One of the next projects going underway in this region is the Midfield Group's new processing facility at Penola. This project will be supported through a $2 million regional development grant, and the Wattle Range Council will be part of that there. And it's a $60 million project, and again, we announced that this morning. All the projects supported by the Regional Development Fund are harnessing the vision, the energy, and the sheer hard work of our regional communities to make our state thrive and prosper. Today, we'll be hearing some of those success stories. I hear them all the time. When my travels, I hear and I see, and when the media or someone says to me, nothing is happening in the regions, I get a bit despondent. I get frustrated because I do see the things happening out there. It's a gradual thing. We have to change. We have to construct some of these things. We have to work together. This summit is a great opportunity to explore the themes of innovation, transformation and collaboration, and to identify ways we can act on these themes and put them into practice. I want to particularly thank the Summit Working Group. Something like this doesn't happen overnight. It's a lot of hard work in getting this up and running, comprising staff from the Department of State Development and Regions SA in Persa, working alongside Brand SA and the 3 universities. And I pay tribute to the 3 universities, Adelaide, Flinders and Uni SA, for working collaboratively to plan and deliver today's summit. It is about collaboration and working together. Ladies and gentlemen, I am looking forward to hearing all the speakers today. I am looking forward to being further motivated by their success stories. I'm looking further to be further motivated by their innovation, their technology, their enthusiasm, and I would hope at the end of today you will have the same opportunity and believe in what is happening out there. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you again and hope that you find today's program both informative and rewarding. Thanks very much, ladies and gentlemen.